Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Jordan Moorhead. Jordan is a real estate investor and Austin real estate investing podcast host, and he is a real estate broker as well. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Jordan Moorhead. Jordan, welcome.
Hey, Siddique, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Of course, right now I'm in Austin, Texas. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. I was surrounded, and I think a lot of my success is attributed to this, was surrounded by people who were also successful and working hard. My parents, my friends' parents, everybody worked hard to get to where they were going. And that was instilled in me at a young age. As you work hard and you're always moving forward. What's attributed to my success is really just working hard for a long period of time and learning from others. I love the rip off and duplicate model, where you see what somebody else is doing that works really well and you just start doing it too. Most of my success is just from me rip off and duplicating. I have not been unique. I know that I'm not smarter than anybody else, so I just do what other people do that makes them successful, and it's worked for me.
What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
Top three mistakes that I've run into is not following what other people tell me to do. So, of course, I do that well, but I also don't do that well sometimes. And it's quitting too early. So I've sold some businesses and I've gotten burnt out and just said, oh, I'm done. And I've left a lot of money on the table by doing that. Also, as a real estate investor, there's a lot of chances I should have taken. There's properties I should have bought that I didn't buy, and I regret it now.
One more.
That's three. So not listening to people. Yep.
Can you add one more?
Yeah, no, I think just waiting too long to hire the right help has been a big issue for me too.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
My greatest failure story, I was selling a business. I became burnt out and I really just wanted out of the business. I burnt out about a year before I sold it. So I stopped paying attention to it. The income dropped significantly. And when I went to sell it, of course, it wasn't worth as much. So I ended up selling it essentially for the value of the assets. I should have hung on and kept pushing forward and growing that business and kept it at its current rate. Even if it stayed level, it lost a ton of clients. So I lost a lot of money when I sold it. I recovered from it. I at least made enough money to pay off the debt and just started over and moved forward.
Mm-hmm. What are your top three success secrets the others can model from?
Really just always be learning. So I read books every day. I read 3 different books a day. I read one in the morning, one at the gym, and then one at night. I'm always listening to podcasts and I'm always seeing what others are doing that works well for me. So it's always be learning, follow proven models, and take chances.
One more.
I really like to just always have some downtime to think too. So I think everybody's always moving and always running. And I think it's important to take breaks and take time to think and time to digest what you've been learning.
Cool, very good. How you are a real estate investor yourself, you mentioned a moment ago. How do you go from a zero to a 7-figure as a real estate investor?
So the easiest way that I've found to get started is to buy a property, live in it, and rent out the other spaces. So doing house hacking. So you could buy a duplex, live in one unit and rent out the others, or you could buy a single family house and rent out all the bedrooms while you live in one. And just making sure you can make that as profitable as possible. It's just the easiest way to get started. Such a low down payment. Really not much risk. You have to live somewhere. The loans are amazing. I think that's the easiest and best way to get started. And if you do that just a few times, you can have over $1 million in property and have money to go invest in other properties.
Wonderful. We are about to start a lightning round. That means quick questions, a quick answer. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my girlfriend and I'm grateful for my pets and family.
How young are you?
32 years old.
So, Jordan, you are not 32.
Hmm.
You are 18 years old with a 14 years experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think, that's important too, is it takes time to compound and you need some time.
Yeah. What you want to do when you grow up?
I really would love to be able to have location freedom in the future. So I don't have to be any certain place at any certain time. And that's everything I'm doing is working towards that.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Um, I think you need to take time to think about it and you think you need to talk to others. And then you really just need to take massive action.
How do you start your day?
I do a miracle morning. I get up early. I read, I meditate, I journal, I go to the gym. I make sure that I take some time for myself and my head.
What's the advice you will give to younger yourself?
Um, don't take a job. I worked a job for a few years and I wasted a lot of time working for other people. I should have kept working for myself, and I started doing that when I was younger, made really good money, and then took a job.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Um, Showing them the data. I need to show her the data with everything and help her understand how we can mitigate the risks.
What is the impactful book you have read and what did you learn from it?
Millionaire Real Estate Investors, probably the most impactful book I've read. This was the first book I read about real estate investing. Um, what I learned from it is real estate's a long game, and you just need to get started and do it over and over and over and over a long period of time. Provided you've bought the right properties, you'll be fabulously wealthy.
Just curious, who is the author?
Gary Keller and Jay Papasan wrote that book.
Why being impactful is important to you?
I like to be able to help others. So lots of people have helped me get to where I am today and ask for nothing in return. So I like to be able to help other people too and just do my best to make the world a better place.
Who is your mentor and what's the impact?
So I don't necessarily have one mentor. I'm a part of a group called GoBundance, and the impact's been very great where they're always pushing me to think bigger and do more. And that's helped me to set bigger goals and to achieve bigger results.
What you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for helping people. I want people to say, hey, he went out of his way to help me and he's a good guy.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is somebody that's looking either to get started in real estate investing or continue to grow their wealth, whether it's by buying a house or by buying a duplex to live in. I think any real estate purchase can be an investment, and I love helping people grow their wealth that way.
How can we support you?
Just reach out to me, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, go to my website, and any questions you have, let me know.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to ask this a few words about your today's guest experience. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
Love this, very organized. I knew exactly what was going to happen and exactly what I was going to be doing before I got on. And I love that everything is so well thought out before you get there.
What would you say as a final word?
Just take a chance, take a risk. You have to take a risk to get anything done.
Thank you so much, Jordan, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.
Thank you, Siddique. Have a great day.